Today we'll review the Lazer Genesis helmet. Hello legends and super legends, welcome to Veloharmony. In today's review, we received a copy of Europe's famous Lazer helmet. It's very popular across the pond, and we were thrilled to get a copy for review here at the channel. So let's see what it's like. So basically, very lightweight helmet. This is their lightest and airiest helmet, according to the marketing spiel on this helmet. Comes in a little wrapper here. Oh, comes with a bag. There's a black bag that comes with it for you to carry a helmet. That's nice. Let's put that back in there. And then they have an extra, like most of the top helmets, they're basically extra pads, the brow, the sweat bands and so forth, the inserts. And it's a different color than what is in here. Because in here you got that gray looking sweatband. They got one around the top. There's a manual in here that comes with it called an owner's manual. We'll definitely that later. The helmet is very, very lightweight, so I will definitely be weighing this to see where it falls in. Very airy. Let me look at that thing. Of course, I got it in orange, which is a channel favorite color here. Look at the vents, look how the back look. And Lazer has a different way of tightening up your helmet. They use a little roller disc here on the top. It's almost, you use that to tighten as opposed to the rock lock like Giro and the other guys use. So really, there's not much else to the helmet other than putting it on. I'm going to go ahead and take off this tag with the T on here. I'm definitely going to be wearing this helmet. It is very lightweight. It's almost like a hairnet from back in the day in the 80s. And like the Zephyr that I have reviewed before, I put on this helmet, it just gets on my head. This is a size large, which fits up to a 61 centimeter head. And pretty much out of the box, you can just put the helmet on and be ready to go for a ride. I really like that about these helmets nowadays. There's not a whole lot that you need to do. This is very easy to adjust on the side. It just slides like that, as you can see. I like to get mine under my ear there, so it just moves very easily. Same thing on this side. Just kind of move it in place. And pretty much if I were going for a ride, I could just take off right now, out of the box. You've got a little bit of excess strap here, but it's got a little tab that you can slide. I will take off the helmet and show you. It's really easy. It's kind of rubbery, almost like the puck that I reviewed. Right there. Let me take this off and bring it closer to the camera. There's a little tab that kind of cleans it off. It's got a Z on there. I think it's a Z. Yeah, it looks like a Z. Right on there in red. Hope the camera picks it up. But that's, you just slide. And there is a loop. This thing is looped. Unlike the other ones that you have two, the two straps that you got to line up. This is a loop. Let me turn it this way. Hopefully it'll show. That's a loop there. So somehow they looped it as opposed to you having two straps to keep even. I think that's a neat touch. That's different. So put this on. So if you get your size that's in the range for your head, the helmet just sits on your head very easily. And then I'm going to spin this on the top and I can feel it grab in my head. And it's grabbing my head similar to the puck, not in one spot, the whole thing, all three sides. So you can really micro adjust this thing. As I do this, it gets nice and snug. That's different. I like where they put this. This is a nice change. I'm going to go ahead and weigh this helmet because this is so light and airy. It's like I'm wearing nothing. So I've got to see what it weighs. I will compare it to the Giro Synth because that's my lightest helmet in here. So let me get the scale. So let's weigh this helmet. So it says 222. Let me put the strap inside here. 224. Let's see what the Giro weighs. I'll let it settle. So my lightest helmet, the Giro, weighs 275. 224 versus 275, which is my lightest helmet prior to this coming in for a review. This definitely blows them away. And when you hold it in your hand, it's like you're holding a piece of paper. This thing is the lightest helmet I've ever held in my hand since I've been cycling. 275, and this is pretty light. 224. That's 51 grams difference between these two. Wow, I don't know how they did it. And this thing, the fit and the look, the aesthetics. So I'm gonna put it back on. Like I said earlier, it feels like a hairnet. Like from back in the day in the 80s when those boys used to wear hair nets before helmets were mandatory. That's what this feels like, other than the fact that it has a hard shell like everything else. And of course, all their testing that it's passed, you know, it meets all the testing. But this is the Lazer Genesis helmet in orange. I'm gonna go to the side so you can see that. Go to the back. I'm gonna tilt my head back so you can see the ventilation. Go to this side, and then I'm gonna come to the front and I'm gonna tilt my head down because this is supposed to be super aero. I'm gonna take it on the road and then add to the final review here. But wow, it's 51 grams lighter than the Giro Synth, which was the lightest helmet that I held ever prior to getting this in here. And you do feel the difference. You put it on there, it's like you're wearing nothing. I mean, not that this is a tank or anything, but it's just, they really, really lighten it up.